welcome to the show. In this episode, we're bringing you some productivity tools to help you get through your mornings. Before we get started, please head to buymeacoffee.com/SamsonKing. Support the channel there, we really appreciate it. Okay, let's dive in. Let's take a look at 14 tools to help you make the most of your mornings. Here are some of the support tools I relied upon this morning to get work done. 9 a.m. Sunsama. I use it to map out my day. Sunsama prompts me to prioritize projects and tasks and allocate time for them on my calendar. Sometimes I prefer doing this ritual on paper before I open my laptop to avoid getting distracted by email. We all get distracted by email, especially in the morning. 9:10 a.m. Blocks. Helps me prepare for meetings. Blocks provides a short background brief about the people I'm meeting with. It draws on LinkedIn to summarize their primary interests and links to my prior meeting notes. I also use blocks to transcribe and summarize meetings. 9:20 a.m. Lazy. I use it to create quick notes. Lazy lets me create notes quickly out of anything I'm working on. I tap a quick keyboard shortcut to save any email, article, video, or anything else into a note with a link back to its source. That's really important, especially in PR. You really want to keep your sources so you can quickly access where the information is from and properly quote things that you're using. 9:30 a.m. Raycast. I use it to launch apps, add reminders, and more. Raycast is a multi-purpose app I use to do any of 100 little things quickly. I'll invoke it with a shortcut to add reminders or calendar items. Start a timer, calculate something, or grab text from my clipboard without leaving the work I'm doing. Very useful indeed. 9:40 a.m. Camo. Right? I use that to fix my camera setup for meetings. Meetings all day. Camo improves the quality of my camera video for online meetings. It allows me to adjust the camera zoom, background, and color balance for a more professional look. It can also replace a webcam with a phone or other camera. Great stuff. So between 9:45 and 10:30 a.m., I'm on Around, Zoom, and Google Meet. Around is the app I prefer for private online meetings. More often I'm in Zoom or Google Meet, and sometimes Microsoft Teams, because those are popular platforms at my workplace. 10:30 a.m. Wake out. I take a stretch break. Wake out helps me take quick exercise breaks. It's not advising you sit all day staring at a screen. It's not healthy. That's sort of why the Apple Watch, encourages you to get up every hour and stand and move around. I don't belong to a gym, nor do I have space at my place or office for workout gear. So I like that Wake Out requires no equipment. It shows simple gifts I can imitate to get a quick burst of cardio. I also usually do a 10 to 20 minute stretch in the morning when I wake up to get going. There are post-workout stretches, there are pre-workout stretches. So I try to do a pre-workout stretch for about 20 minutes every morning. 10:40 a.m. Superhuman. Helps me wrestle with email. Superhuman is the email app I rely on to read, reply, and compose messages. Email overwhelms me some days with hundreds of daily messages I want to act on. So I appreciate the keyboard shortcuts and snippets that help with efficiency. I also tend to use Grammarly as well. That goes a long way in terms of diction, spelling, word structure, and things of that nature. And apart from email, I usually have hundreds of messages waiting for me on WhatsApp, from groups, and also on Telegram with my friends who are all over the world. in different time zones, so I usually wake up to hundreds of messages. 11 a.m. Alfred. Use it to copy text from my clipboard. Alfred is a helper app I use to grab text or images I've cut or copied even weeks ago. It lets me paste that material into an email, a Google Doc, or anywhere else. I use this probably 10 times a day. I also use TextBlaze, which works across platforms. 11:10 a.m. Calm. I try to take a pause. Calm and Headspace are my go-to apps for brief mindfulness breaks. I listen with my old sort of noise-canceling headphones to block out work sounds and to step out of the rush of New York City. 11:20 a.m. Reminders. This helps to keep track of tasks. Apple's Reminders app helps me organize my to-dos. Having tried many fancier task apps, I've returned to the simplest. I use it to capture anything I need to act on, often with my voice. I also use it to save lists of ideas, books, and groceries. I also use other apps. I use Pocket to save articles and web pages that I'm looking at or I'm doing research or reading, discovery and things of that nature. I used to use Evernote as well, to-do lists and things of that nature. But it's a good advice to sort of centralize everything as opposed to using multiple different apps where things are spread out. Because what happens is after a while, you have, to-do lists written down in different notebooks, and then you have different apps, and things slip through the cracks eventually. Trust me, they do. You might tick things off, but not everything. 11:30 a.m. Day 1. Journal to reflect. All right. Day 1 is a simple app for journaling on my phone or laptop. It's a dedicated space where I can reflect on the work I'm doing, the people I'm talking with, my raw ideas, and my feelings. I don't always do it daily, but I am aiming to. That's all that matters, right? If you try. That's all we have for this episode. I hope you've been able to gain some insights into how I organize my mornings. I hope that some of this will be useful to you. Maybe you can grab one or two of them and work it into your schedule. Thanks for stopping by. Please head to buymeacoffee.com/Samson King. Support us there. It'll go a long way. Thanks for stopping by. Please like and subscribe, and we'll see you next time.